Welcome back to Do You Even Real Estate? Your host, Adam and Libby Mitchell, will discuss all things real estate related. We will take you through first-time home buyer all the way up to full-time real estate investors. So stick around. You may learn something. Thanks for watching. We appreciate y'all. All right. We are back with another episode of the Do You Even Real Estate podcast. And today I'm going to be doing a solo episode. Libby has just been super busy with work and whatnot, so I've been trying to get some of these episodes recorded and posted. So today we're going to be expanding on a topic that was brought up on episode 2, where Libby mentioned what a split-level home was. And while we're not going to be talking about split-level homes in particular, we will be discussing the group that a split-level home is within, and that's a single-family home. So there are a few different property types, which is condos, townhomes, and single-family, and there's also a duplex. And we're not going to really touch on what a duplex is, but we will touch on condos, townhomes, and single-family homes. And we're also going to kind of talk about what the best option for a first-time home buyer may be. So first, let's just get a couple of things straight. And whatever the buyer feels comfortable buying is ultimately what is right for them. And that would just be between you and your real estate agent. If you can comfortably make, the payment on whatever you want to buy, and also you like what you're looking at, don't be forced into anything. But with all of that in mind, there are benefits and negatives to each of these property types. So what are the main property types that first-time home buyers typically look at, right? So that's going to be, like we said in the intro, condos, townhomes, and single-family homes, or single-family properties, some may call them. And sometimes, like I also mentioned in the beginning, a duplex may pop up, but most of the time, first-time home buyers aren't really looking at those unless they are wanting a potential rental income as well as living in their place. But right now, we're just going to talk about the main three, which are condos, townhomes, and single-family homes. So to start with, let's talk about condos. And a condo is typically the closest you'll get to apartment-style living, but with you actually owning your unit and accumulating equity over time in that unit. So you're still going to be required to get a monthly mortgage, and you're usually going to have some type of HOA fee that tags along with a condo. And that HOA fee will typically include like your maintenance of the unit, not really inside the unit, but just of the building and your water and stuff like that. And sometimes it may even include like garbage bills. So that'll all kind of be bundled together, which for some that's, like I said, that's more like apartment living. So that's, it's more of like a homey feel to you. You're used to it. So a condo is a wonderful option. And there are other pros to a condo. They can be great for someone that does not want like a lot of yard maintenance or really, really much maintenance at all, right? Because it's really just, they're usually in like high-rise buildings or in a downtown area where you're going to go up an elevator, you're going to go upstairs, and it's going to be fairly secure. You're going to have a gate code to get in and to the actual complex, right? And it's pretty nice. It's definitely nice for someone who, travels a lot and doesn't want a lot of upkeep. You don't have to pay a yard maintenance company. You don't have to get your yard sprayed. You don't have to worry about landscaping. So there are definitely upsides to owning a condo. So next, let's talk about a townhome and what a townhome is. So a townhome is really the next step up from a condo. And with a townhome, you will typically own the unit and the property, which will be more than likely the front and the backyard, because a lot of times townhomes are connected units. So you'll have neighbors on each of your sides, like each wall. So you'll share a wall. It's really, really what it is. You'll share walls in between each unit. So usually two of the walls, unless you have an in unit, will be a neighbor on the other side. And again, most townhome complexes have an HOA fee, and that will include sometimes the front yard maintenance just to keep the townhome complex and your community looking nice. It may include garbage, like with the condo, but usually you're going to have your own hot water heater and you're going to have your own AC units. So, and that's pretty much the same with a condo as well. So it's not, it's not really better, I guess. But you get more freedom with a townhome. But that's going to be, you have to make more repairs. You're going to potentially have a roof deductible. Usually that's covered under the HOA fee, or the fees that you pay in the HOA every month. The HOA is going to have to okay a roof repair since they are connected. But you're going to have to pay for all of your repairs. So that's one downside to a townhome if you're coming from an apartment. So townhomes are usually lower priced though than let's talk about this. So in the pay spectrum, depending on location, a townhome is usually going to be cheaper than, say, a single family home, and it may or may not be cheaper than a condo depending on your area. Condos can get pretty pricey. If you're up on the top floor and you're in the penthouse, you're going to be paying quite a bit. But a condo offers a lot of luxury features. And a townhome is nice. It's for someone who is wanting to step up from a condo, but they still don't want all the responsibility of a single family home. So next, let's talk about what a single family home is, right? A single family home offers the most flexibility with, anything, and everything. You own your land, you own your house, you own everything. And a single family home can definitely still be within an HOA neighborhood. But there's usually more flexibility within that HOA. So there may, you're going to have, they want most of the houses to look similar, but you're going to have more freedom. So like with a townhome, everything being connected, it's all going to be one brick color or all one siding color. You don't have much leeway. But in an HOA sanctioned neighborhood, you can have, it may be all neutral colors, but you can definitely have like a white house or a cream colored house. But a lot of times you'll just have to get it okayed by the HOA, and they should be fairly, okay with most of the updates you're wanting to make, because, you're not going to make an update and spend all that money on your single family home and make it look worse, right? So, but like in the particular neighborhood we live in, if we want to do anything to our backyard, say like put a porch on our patio or something, or extend our porch or extend our patio, we'll just have to send in a build request to our HOA, and typically the builder will take responsibility over that and send in the plans and stuff. So you have a lot more flexibility, and also to landscaping. If you're into landscaping, maybe something to consider buying a single family home. You definitely have, especially over the backyard, you can do whatever kind of landscaping you want. And landscaping is one of those things. It's not permanent, so you shouldn't have to get it okayed by an HOA, depending on how strict they are. But yeah, I mean, single family homes are wonderful, especially for smaller families or even couples. And, just it really depends on what you want. And honestly, all of this is kind of just personal preference, right? Like we said in the intro. So, yeah, I mean, also with a single family home, more maintenance, right? You're going to have to cut your yard, cut your grass, make sure the roof is good. And if the roof is messed up on your single family home, it's 100% on you. So, but that's what insurance is for. You'll just take out a small deductible, and then the insurance should pay the rest if you have a good insurance company. And single family homes are almost always more expensive to own than a townhome and a condo. Just as far in the big scheme of things, just the maintenance, like we've touched on over and over now. And this was a question I was going to ask Libby, but she wrote down some notes for me to just kind of go over. And the question was, it was going to be, which type, in her experience, do you think is best suited for a first-time home buyer? And, like I said a minute ago, from my perspective, it's all personal preference. Like, a lot of it depends on how you grew up. Like, if you grew up in a city, or if you're a previous renter, you may be more accustomed to owning a condo. It may just be your lifestyle. It may fit your lifestyle better. If you're wanting to live in the downtown area, especially, it may be best to just get a condo. That way you can build equity in it, but also it's similar to what you're used to, which is apartment renting. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. And if you grew up, with a little bit of land, or just a single family home, a separated home from your neighbors, that may be what you want. It's all personal preference. And this is pretty much what Libby wrote down as well. It's just a personal preference, how you grew up. If you grew up in more of a rural area, definitely gonna want a single family home. If you grew up in a city, you're definitely gonna want more of a condo. And there are townhomes and single family homes in cities. I'm not saying a condo is the only option, but usually it's one of the better options. But to wrap things up, all of this to say, get with your local real estate agent, your local realtor, and I say this almost every podcast, your local agent should be someone you trust, and make sure you trust them. That is huge, huge, huge. And we're going to do a whole episode on that. And we will have Libby on here to discuss that and get her point of view from just her being a realtor. I would just like to know her thoughts on that. But yeah, get with your local agent, someone you trust, and go look at a condo, go look at a townhome, and go look at a single family home. Go just explore the different options. Like, see what you like, especially if you've never owned a home before. You don't know if you may have grown up in a single family home, and you go look at a condo and you absolutely love it. Just get with your realtor. Go look. You never know if you're going to like something or don't like something until you actually put your eyes on it and go check it out. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this little short podcast up, and I appreciate y'all listening, and hopefully we can get Libby on the next episode. And not 100% sure what we're going to talk about yet, but we may even touch on a few of these properties again, and just get her outlook on them. But I appreciate you listening. Y'all go check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and YouTube. I've got a live YouTube video up right now that's public on our Patreon page as well as YouTube. And that's another thing. Go check out our Patreon page. It's 100% free. You can get on there. You have access to a Discord chat that you can ask Libby whatever real estate question you want. And it can be 100% anonymous. You don't have to put your real name on the Discord and everything. So if you have a question you've been wanting to ask and just haven't, go join our free Patreon. And all of our links, emails, everything will be in the show notes and the description if you're watching on YouTube. So go check us out. Shoot us an email. Join in on Patreon, and we'll catch you on the next episode. We appreciate you.